Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, my name is Raven and welcome back to my channel. Now today's video is going to be the first of a series of 3 videos I'm doing where I'm going to be going over the characters that I want to see come into the game in year 2 of For Honor. So today's video is going to be the Knights, and then I'm going to be doing the Samurai and the Vikings as well. Now I shouldn't have to do this, but I know the internet, so I'm going to be doing it, and I'm going to be giving you guys a little bit of an explanation onto how this whole thing's going to work. So first of all, everything I'm saying in this video is just my opinions, okay? I don't have any hard facts of any characters that are coming out. These are just the heroes that I want to see introduced into the game in year 2 of For Honor, because we know we're getting brand new heroes. We know year 2 is going to be a thing. So this is some of the shit that I would like to see. Secondly, I do have some pictures to give you guys a visual sense of what's going on. I have in my head what I want, like armor wise, weapon wise and stuff. But please keep in mind, the pictures are just like so you have something to get a general picture of what I'm talking about. I'm not an artist. I don't have any concept art on what exactly I want. So I just found stuff that was pretty damn close. And lastly, I have some ideas of how I want these characters to play, but don't go talking about balance, okay? Yes, some things I say might be completely overpowered, they might be underpowered, whatever. We're not here to talk about balance, we're here just to talk about some really cool ideas on some heroes we can get, the balancing and everything that comes, once everything is locked in and you know exactly what's happening and you're able to test it all. So if something sounds overpowered, just ignore it and have some fun with the video, speculation, that whole thing, okay? But like anything, these are just some of the heroes that I want to see come into the game. Of course, you guys might like them, they might be the ones you're thinking of. You might have completely different heroes with different armor and moves or whatever that you want to see in the game. Make sure you let me know in the comments down below, because I'd love to hear what characters you are looking forward to in year 2 of For Honor. And one last thing before we get into it, I'm going to be focusing mainly on Knights, Samurai, and Vikings for these videos, okay? So I'm not going to be having, say, what they did with the Knights, how they had actual Knights, and then Centurion and Gladiator, which were Romans and stuff. And of course, what they did with the Highlander, which is a Scottish guy. We're not doing that. For these videos, I'm focusing specifically on the actual factions themselves. So with all of that said, let's get straight into it, shall we? And up first is the Juggernaut. So the Juggernaut, of course, is going to be a heavy, and this guy is going to be focused on being really freaking slow, but hitting really freaking hard. So like the Lordbringer, he's going to be in a massive suit of armor. He's going to be bulky as shit and have a lot of health, so he's going to be able to soak up a whole bunch of damage. And as for his weapon, he's going to be holding a massive two-handed maul. Now, you can call it whatever you want. It's a maul, it's a hammer, it's a mace, it's big, and it's two-handed. That's all you need to know. He's going to be crushing people's heads in. Now, when it comes to the Juggernaut, I want to see him have the ability to charge up his heavy attacks, sort of like the Centurion, how you can sort of charge halfway and then let go, or he can charge it fully for an unblockable. Because of the fact he's going to be so goddamn slow, I want him to be able to charge something up and then either just let it loose and slam, or charge it fully for an unblockable or some crazy shit like that. Basically, you don't want to get hit by the guy, because when you do get hit by the guy, I want him to hit hard. None of this pussy, I have this massive fucking weapon, I hit you and I do like 25 damage. The normal damage that, say, an Orochi's heavy does or something like that. I want him to do like 40 damage a hit. I know it sounds crazy, something like that. But once again, that's a balance thing for later on, but I want him to hit very, very hard. And of course, the armor and two-handed maul options you could do with this guy would just look fucking crisp, okay? You could do some really cool shit with this guy in terms of how he looks and his aesthetics. So that is the Juggernaut. Now we're going to be moving on to the Duelist. Now, one thing I want to say about the Duelist before we move on, yes, some of the pictures, he has a pistol. I know people got pissed off at the whole pistol thing when I did my pirate video, about pirates being introduced into the game. Forget the pistols, okay? That's not part of what I actually want here. That's just, like I said, because of the pictures and stuff. I want a guy with a rapier who is good at dueling people. So don't flip at me in the comments about the whole pistol thing. Leave me alone. But the Duelist, of course, will be an assassin, and his entire kit will be focused around counter-attacking and, of course, timing. Now, like I said, the main weapon that the Duelist will be using is a rapier, and he's going to be that, musketeer type guy. He's going to be really, really suave. He's going to be really good at dueling, and of course, he's just going to be cocky as shit because he knows he's great. Now, as for how I think the Duelist should play, I would like to see lots of deflects, okay? Even a brand new deflect mechanic, and people go, oh yeah, but you can't add new mechanics. Like I said, you can. The whole knocking people onto their ass with the Centurion cutscene, that was a new one. I'm not talking about cutscenes, don't get me wrong, none of that. I'm just saying that, they can add additional deflect mechanics to the guy. But I want him to be extremely skillful to play. I want him to be very timing based. So someone goes to attack, if you time it perfectly, you can basically do a deflect thing and attack them back, shit like that. Because of course he's supposed to be a duelist, he's supposed to be very, very skilled and better than everyone else at fighting one-on-one. And I want that to reflect in his gameplay. I want to see the ability to, if you are good enough, your opponent can't touch you and you just constantly block their attack or deflect it and then hit them back with something else. And of course, the downside to this would be that he shouldn't be that amazing at fighting multiple targets at once because he's a duelist. He's good at one guy, focusing on one person, kicking that guy's ass, not, you know, fighting 5 or 6 people at once. And when it comes to his aesthetics, it's going to be great. You can have like the hats with the feathers in it, okay? You can have like the cape thing that goes over one shoulder, all that really cool shit. And the rapiers, you could do some cool shit with rapiers. So that, my friends, is the duelist. And now we're going to be moving on to the last character that I want to see enter the game in For Honor Year 2, and that is going to be the Executioner. If they actually brought this character into the game, I would be drooling for days. This would seriously make me goddamn happy. So the Executioner is going to be a heavy, of course, and he is going to be wielding a big fuck off axe. And of course, he's going to be wearing a whole bunch of like real heavy armor. And please, I am all for this. You can like have it so he has no hood, but I would like to see him wear this massive suit of armor and give him one of those Executioner hoods, or at least, please, if this ever happens, give us the option for an Executioner's hood. But for the most part, he's going to be heavily armored so he can take a lot of damage like any other heavy. And of course, he's going to be doing a fuckload of damage because he has a big, massive freaking two-sided axe thing of doom. Now, when it comes to the focus of his gameplay, it's going to be obviously around hitting hard. But the unique thing I want with this character is the lower health your target is, the more damage you actually do. Of course, playing up to that Executioner fantasy. This guy, when it comes to his gameplay, I just want to see him walking around, see someone on like, you know, half health or something like that, get this massive fucking heavy coming through, slam into him, and pretty much just kill them outright and go into an execution. And of course, you can come up with some absolutely brutal, bloody executions for this guy because he's called the Executioner. Lots of heads shall be lobbed off and rolled across the battlefield. And of course, when it comes to his armor and his axes, I've already shown some pictures on the screen of like what you can make this guy look like, and I reckon you can make him look really fucking cool. Whenever you have a character in like real heavy armor, it always gives you the ability to just come up with some really cool shit, especially when you got big weapons to match. So that is the Executioner, and that is pretty much the end of this video, guys, as well. As said before, these are the 3 heroes that I really want to see enter the game in Year 2 of For Honor. I want to see more heavies. I want to see, especially on the knight side, some goddamn fucking knights in some big hulking knight armor, and I want to see guys with some big two-handed weapons that just slam into people, knock people across the battlefield, shit like that. But at the same time, I do really want to see a duelist type character, just that rapier cocky guy, and his movements could be done to perfection where, you know, you can have it so he has a counter-attack ability, how he blocks a move, swings around and like, you know, elbows them in the back of the head, just real cocky shit like that, which I would absolutely love to see. But those are my 3 favorite heroes that I want to see enter For Honor in Year 2. What are yours? Let me know in the comments down below, please. I really want to hear your ideas. Do you like the ones I came up with? Do you think they're shit? If so, let me know. Or if you think you can improve them, let me know as well. Keep in mind, like I said, balance is not an issue here. Just go wild with your mind. Let's come up with some awesome shit. Balancing stuff is a later thing, yeah? This is mainly for fun, and if any of these characters do actually end up entering the game, we get to win regardless because this shit would be really cool. And remember, if you liked my content, you like what I'm doing here on the channel, and you want to support the channel further, feel free to support me on Patreon. There is a link down below in the description box, and of course, a little link will pop up at the end of this video. You can click on and check it out there. If you choose to donate, I really appreciate it. And please share this video around. It does help me out a fuck ton. And if you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. I shall see you all in the next video. Have a good one, guys.